Oops, I forgot to phone down here. What is with the pages here? I have the iPad. Those of you that are new coming in, hey Barb. Is because in case this freezes, the iPad doesn't freeze. Whoops, whoops, whoa. Where the heck did that take me? Some other land. And my iPad, oh, there we go. Finally, my iPad decided to do a what do you call it? A backup, like about 45 minutes before we went live. And I was just like, oh no, not now. And it's not playing the video on my iPad. Great. Great. This is so much fun. Oh, let me put Heather away. I'm going to put her over here in this little bag for right now. And let's see if we can pull you guys up here. And why are you not working? Come on. Come on. Come on. You got to find me there somewhere. Look at there. There I am. Yay. Oops. They put a new volume bar. You used to have that little volume thing. You could see the volume going on. Now they have this little tiny bar going across the top. And it's like, it drives me crazy because I'm like, does that mean that my bar is actually on or off? And let me get you back up here. Here we go. Get everybody out of the way. Hello, everybody. My name is Carolyn, and I'm from NonnasNuttykrafts. I am hacking into Christina Krafts Creations. So, hey Kathy, hey Debbie, hey Brenda. I know, it's been for, I know, Susie. Hello, Kathy. Hey Brenda, I just want to make sure I got everybody. Julie, yeah, I think I caught her up on everybody else. So tonight what we're going to do, we're going to make something that Miss Christina let us have. But what I wanted to show you was some things that I have gotten from her. So she has some really pretty stuff. If I could show you, I have about 17 ribbons going across over here. The big, 50, the big 50 ones. The big ones like this. And in fact, one tonight, I always label it. It's Christina. I got that from her, and this is from Christina. So we're going to be using some really cool ribbons tonight and some other things. But I wanted to show you some things I got from her to show you how you can put them together to make a really nice wreath. Now, these are all rails that I literally got from her. Whoops. And these came where you got the sign and you had to attach the rail. Now, the rails come in like, not colored, in natural. And I painted them depending on, I picked a color out of here or depending how I was doing the mesh. Now, these are a little squished because I keep reaching over here. Hey, everybody. Hey, Janet. Hey, Woody. Good evening. Hey. So this is one that I did. This is going to be going to a craft show, needless to say. It's on my Etsy page. She has really great things on her website. Christina, if you want to put in your website down below here so that people can go shop. All right. So this is one that I did. This is... Hey, Virginia, this is another one I did. This is Christmas Begins with Christ, not in Christ. And the little baby mangers down here. I have him like tucked in like as if he's in his bale of hay, so to speak. So this is another one. Now with these, like I added, some of these have Christmas balls on them. The first one I showed you down here, I put the little styrofoam balls, red and white on that. Let me just move these out of the way so I can show you more goodies. And she has a lot of plaques or signs that she has in her shop. And like I said, these make great, if you go to craft shows and stuff, these are great things to do because they're easy to put together. It's not like a whole wreath, but it's really cool to put together. So this is the Northpole sleigh. So he's got some green bows. I also have some deco tubing in there, and various ribbons of sorts. So there's one. And then our last one. Now I saw this the other night on her site. She was doing it with the nutcracker. Whoops. Okay, and Wanted to show you how it would look. She had, getting hooked on some nutcracker ribbon that she was selling with it too. You know, she was doing some sales on it. Hey, Julie. So these are just some things I wanted to show you that, you know, putting signs together on a rail. If you, like I said, you got craft shows, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do tonight. So let me move these babies out of the way. Like and share, you guys, because this is going to be kind of fun tonight. So what I did, I got from Christina, was this sign, and I had to have the special delivery from the Northpole, or made in the Northpole ribbon, because I mean, hello, perfect. So we're going to make this tonight. I know you're finally here, Janet. I think I missed that. Oops. So, now sometimes when you buy, you got to look for when you buy ribbon. If you're going to use these in tails, you know, this is great because it goes across. If you're going to use it in a bow, we got to have a trick of the trade there so we don't have words going upside down and backwards. So what I did here, Christina does sell rails in her shop. This is not from her. This is from Hot Mesh Mom. But what I did, I attached it to the rail, and I put the sign this way because it's on the angle. We're in the South. I'm in Virginia. Northpole is above me. So I figured we're going to have the arrow pointing up. I mean, come on, really? Can't have it pointing down. Can't have it going straight across, because for me, you'll be heading out into the ocean. Wouldn't be fun. So, and like and share this page, you guys, all right? Please. Whoops. Let me move this. I pushed it back so I had all those rails on the table. Hello, Marie. Hey, Daryl. God, why are my comments so slow? Maybe I should look at my computer. I hate to look sideways. So what we're going to start with is, I've already like to pre-cut things when I come on a live, so you guys aren't sitting here forever. These I cut at 20 inches long, and I made only 4 of them because we're going to see how many we're going to put in here, because I'm going to show you, we're going to kind of double rail this. A lot of people may just do it on the center rail, you know, putting their mesh on the center rail going across, which is okay. You know, if you rail between your rail, if your mesh is thick enough and, you know, can hide the rail, does that make sense? So you can't see through it. But we're going to do double stacks. We're going to do ones down here, and then we're going to bring some up on the second row here. We're not going to do this top row. We're going to have the bow probably in the middle here, but we want to make it nice and full. So I do have my pipe cleaners here. Ooh, thought that was sliding off. So we can get, I don't know how many pipe cleaners I'm going to use right yet, but we're going to start with 4 going across the bottom, and I think we may go 3 across the next top. So depending on your rail size, this rail is the 12-inch, right, rail. So depending on your rail size, you may need to add more pipe cleaners, or you may you know, do it less. Hey, Gary. Hey, Jackie. Oops. I'm here. I know. Hey, Gary, I almost walked down the stairs without my drink. I do have it right. Hey, Beth. I have it right here. Right here. See, my comments aren't going there. What is with it? Updated and it's still slow. So let's get this baby rocking and a rolling. Beth, you're back from your trip, huh? Oh, what am I doing? See, I was doing it on the center rail. So we're going to take the twist tie and we're going to put it around the middle and the bottom one. And we're going to start close to the edge. Oops. And do I have an exact measurement to tell you 4, 4, 4? No. So I usually start with my edge ones, and then I work from there. I'm doing it. Thank you. Thank you, Gary. I try to be a good girl. And what I want to do with these, I want to bring them more towards the bottom of the rail, okay? So let me just angle that. I get to talking sometimes. So let's bring them more towards this bottom part of the rail. Let me change this one real quick. Next week. Good girl. Well, this weekend's a 3-day weekend. You should have gone this weekend. Guys have off Monday. In the military, a lot of people have off on Monday because of Columbus Day. So this one, it's just a game. You know, figure 12 inches divided by 4. How many is that? 4 inches. Not bad. You can go really, if you want to get that technical about it, I don't. I just kind of look and then I'll take it from there and put in these. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Look at, these are so far behind. And then we'll put this one in here. And we'll go. Now the way I attach the rail, I spray painted the rail and all. And my pipe cleaners actually got spray painted on this side. But I took just two, not pipe cleaners, zip ties, and I zip tied it. Now where it cuts off here, it's gonna, I either have it facing down or I have it facing into the mesh so that nobody, most people are not gonna grab it from, you know, the back here. They're gonna grab it from the top. So that's just how I roll, y'all. January, oh yes, I saw the little Hershey's Kiss bags you made. Those are so cute. Beth is a friend who lives close by, and she's expecting, not her, but a grandbaby. So we'll do those, and I think we're gonna put, let's try 3 up in here. So we're gonna go in between the 4 that I did. Let's get another pipe cleaner out here. And we're gonna do the same thing, but this time we're gonna bring the pipe cleaner more towards the top, if that makes sense, okay? So we have these more towards the bottom, this more towards the top. And we're just gonna put 3 in there. Hi, Pearl. And again, we're bringing these pipe cleaners more towards the top. We have one to the bottom because if you just put it straight across, so we have some here, we're gonna have some filling in here so it looks so much full. So I do have to tell you, I was gonna post it tomorrow, but I can't wait, y'all. I have contractors coming Saturday. It is hysterical. Yeah. They say it's going to be 3 days. They got to knock out another wall to fix the problem that they should have had done the first time. So this is a simple ruffle. I like doing the ruffles where you fold it in half and then you just scrunch it up. And this is just some poly mesh, 10 inches. I cut these at 20 inches. Now you can put it this way if you want to. I want to cover the rail, so I'm going to put it vertical instead of horizontal to help cover the rail. And I'm going to do the bottom row first, then I'll come up and do the top row. Hi, Diana. All right. And I love the sign because, you know, kids, I used to live in Alaska, and there's a place called the Northpole, needless to say. And we would go there at Christmas time because it's all Christmas up. They have Santa and the reindeer and all. And, you know, the sign outside that says Northpole and stuff. And I literally asked my friend, she still lives up there. She lives in Fairbanks, Alaska. I know you are, Beth. Hey, Teresa, how are you, my friend? How's your mom doing? Kathy, what's Christina's shop name? Christina's Kuther Creations. Now, I'm probably pronouncing her name wrong. What I'll do is I'll put it on here for you. And she has a Facebook page, and then you can go to her shop. Christina's. I always put the E before the U. Whoops. Wrong place. So let me get you. It's K-E-U. Where am I? It updated. Christina. K-E-U-T-H-U or Creations. Okay. So when is it? There it is. So it's underneath my name, Carolynne. You'll see she has a Facebook page, and then you can do the shop now button on there. Gotta go. Got through. Oh, Pearl. I'm happy for you. Sad for me. I'm gonna do a video maybe later tonight. Because the contractor came with the guys and they were gonna bring in, with this pocket door they put in, it's been rubbing on the one side, and I told them that when they installed it from the very beginning. We're into month 9. Those of you that don't know me, 9 months to redo my master bedroom and bath. The master bedroom part's been done. It's the bathroom. So that's all I have to say. You guys will have to follow my page, go back and look and see all my little videos and stuff. So let me just pull these up, and we're going to cut some more mesh. We're going to cut 3 more. Like I said, I cut these at 20 inches. Because I have so much in there, I didn't need to cut it anything past that. Table, my thing. So we have 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm not knocking out the wall. They have to knock it. They have to put, so the pocket door slides into a wall. They have to knock part of the wall out, the whole wall, half the wall, I don't know, to fix the pocket door. It's in a metal frame, and I'm looking through my glasses and it's driving me crazy. And the pocket door slides in between like this, and it's hitting on the one side, and it's a metal frame that comes down this way, and so it's rubbing, so the side of the door is black. So they have to put a hole in the drywall. Demolition day starts at 8 a.m. on Saturday, if they show. That's how I look at it. If they show. So, we're gonna have fun. All my nice clean bedroom's gonna be back with all my furniture and everything in there. It's gonna look like a sawdust city. All right, so same thing. We're gonna put this in on those top ones that we did. So it's gonna be fun. And then we'll poof all these out once I get everybody in there. Oh no. See, my husband doesn't want to take the contractor to court, even though I have said this so many times, because we have put a lot of money into it, and he feels that he should finish the job. And there's been a lot of discussion about that. So we'll leave it at that. So the contractor has hired this other company that's coming in, so a subcontractor, to do the job, which is what he has done already with these other people, and it hasn't, they've all not come back. Oh, Gary, it's the endless story. I keep saying next year will be done. I'll probably be, you know, not even living here when it gets done, maybe. All right, so let's just part these babies, get this last one in here, and then we'll foof everything out so you guys can see how it looks. Oop. Maybe I should roll up my sleeves. All right. Just push it all up, spread all the things out, all the ruffles out, and look. See how poofy that makes it? And you don't see the rail, which is the biggest part. If you do just do one strip across, then you're going to see the rail sometimes, like I said. Beth, I have to sit here while they do it. That's all I have to say. Because I'm the one, my husband always says, don't you want to be here when they do it? Because you're the one. You know, and I'm like, yeah, I'm the one. All right. So now, my decision on this, oops, I shouldn't have pulled that. Don't pull your things. That's all we're going to use of that. And now the decision is, what am I going to do? I think for this one, I'm going to do a bow with 2 littler bows on the side. You could do it like I showed you on some of the other ones with tails. You can put Christmas balls and stuff in it. I have, look, you can tell, I have little styrofoam balls of all sorts if we wanted to add those. But one thing you can add, even in the bow, you know how we put the little loop and everything in it? You can take something, oops, how'd they get stuck together? Like a bell, and you can have some bells on there. Because you know the reindeer always wear the bells, you know, on their halters or reins and everything, you know, just jingle bells all the way. So I have these, and I also have, whoops, some red and white ones that look like snow on it. So I pulled these out. Whether we use them or not, I don't know. I also pulled out, so we're going to do this and see how it goes and what we want to add. I have, and the reason why I have silver is because in the one ribbon I want to use, we have silver. So I have silver. I do have a few red ones in here, and I have some more up there of red ones, but I pulled these out thinking, let's see if we're going to use those. So I'm prepared. Hi, Barbara. How are you? Tell them before they start. Cover. Oh, yeah. They better. That's all I have to say. So we're going to, oops. Let me just stick a pipe cleaner on the top of this. Because at the end, what I do is I choose one of my ribbons and I put a ribbon up here. So we're just going to stick this up here for right now, so that I can hang it up here while we make the bow. And where's my easy bow? Here we are. I had it behind me. I was making a bunch of stuff the other day and I had it behind me. So I pre-selected the bows I was going to use, or the ribbons I was going to use already. And we know we have to do the delivery one, of course. I like this one because it reminded me of the arrow that is on there. And then these. So this blue that is on the sign, it's not quite a baby blue, and it's not a blue. It's kind of crossing between like a tealy blue. So this blue, the lighter part of this matches really well, and this other blue just kind of brings in a little bit of pop. And then, of course, this one, you know, goes with this. It has the snowflakes on it. It has a little bit of silver on there so that we can just bring in some other colors so it's not like red and white. So let's get going. Like I said, this is from Christina, and this is from Christina's shop. Oops. Did I just lose the pin? No. It's sticking out. So let's put those back and let's make some bows. All right, so needless to say, we're going to do a terry bow here. And I think we'll do, I don't know, maybe Lisa bows on the side. We'll see. So this is going to be the first one I use. Hey, Donna. Yeah, last time when they did the thing up there, they covered the bed and they put plastic over the, I have antique furniture up there. But they didn't cover it very well, the other crew. And there was so much dust. I wrote clean me. And they didn't put, because they had taken the door out, because we moved the doorway out into the hallway about a foot and a half to give us so we can do the pocket door. And they didn't put, when they were doing all the demo and stuff, they didn't block off the doorway. So I was literally down here doing a live one day, and I was like, in the live, and I looked, there's a fog. All the dust had come down. I took pictures all over my floor. I have wooden floors. This is all over the floors. I wrote, clean me, dust me. I said, this is what your crew is doing. All right, so we got to decide how long the tail is going to be. So, Easy Bow Maker, 10. We're going to do 12, okay? We can, it's better to have it longer than not long enough. Okay, so this has a right and a wrong side, so my tail's going to be down here. Hey, Jessica. All right, so I'm going to have it down here. Flip it, or what we call bottoms up, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to put this down. Now I got to decide how big I want to make the bow. I think 12 inches would be good. So 6-inch loop on this side, 6-inch loop on this side. You can make it any size you want, but I think that might be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go 7. Oops, my ribbon curled in there. 7 gonna be too big? Hold on. Un momento, senoritas and senor. 7 is way too big. 6 is where it's gonna be. Okay. Now, if I'm using 2.5 inch ribbon here, this one has it's a little see-through here, which I think would be perfect. Just to give it a hint of color on there. Did you all see the wings and stars that Christina made today? Absolutely gorgeous. In memory of her. Yes, I did. She had the wing and she was putting all the greenery up top. I was watching that today. It's really pretty. Really pretty. And if you guys hadn't seen it, go see it. So I'm going to put 2 of these on the bottom. I say 2 on the bottom, but to start with, I guess you could say. Oops, I really unwound that one. And then we'll cut our tail. Did you get the teal ribbon from Chris? This ribbon, no, this came from Hobby Lobby. I have 2 ribbons that I have gotten from her, and those are coming up. We're going to have to use this again, so let me put it off to the side. This came from Hobby Lobby too, but the next 2 are hers. And this, it's the darker color on this is like a teal, but this other one, like I said, is just perfect to go with the ribbon and what's on the North Pole. This is folded up. Always cut it off if it's folded. When you get it, cut it off. All right, so this one's just going to be 1. I like to make my tails almost the same length and then cut them back. You can do it as you want, because I make it like a waterfall, so you can see each ribbon at the end. But because I'm not sure, you know, you can go about an inch shorter, so some people don't like to waste ribbon, but I like to do it at the end to make sure I have enough. If I'm a little off in the loop, I can fix it. So this one's going to be the same length. So this is going to be 6 inches as well. And we're just going to do 1 loop of this. So this is going to sit in between the 2 blue ones, just like that. Hi Jenny, hi Linda Hobby, how are you? Have you used the snowman you got yet? I have used a few on some of the wreaths and they are still very, I haven't. I have down here, I keep, actually, where did I put it? I pulled it out just the other day. Where did I put him? I have him down here somewhere. He's either down here or is he over here? No, he's down here. I think he's down. I got a couple of baskets here. I can't go through the basket. But no. But I did see the one that you did. I think it was really cute. Look, this is like 5, 6 comments behind. Hey, Emma. Hey, if it's your first time watching, you guys like and share the page. We love to have people come in and play and hang out and learn. Just have fun, chit-chat. All right, so you guys go back over here. Now, this one is from Christina. Now, this has wording on it. So I can't do it like I normally would do the bow this way. So this is going to be the fun one, which I don't mind. D live, it says. I'm going to finish with D live. So this one I'm going to do by hand. I did this at 6, so this will be about 5 inches. So when I have something like this with the wording going across and I want it to read the same way going across, I'll do it by hand and then I'll stick it on here. So I think they just told me I hit 10,000. So I measure off my tail. However, oops, how long it's going to be. Hi Jessica, how are you, my friend? And then I'm going to do this, and I said this is going to be 5 inches, so I'll use this. 5 inches, that's more than 5 inches. Yeah, more than 5 inches. And I'll just pinch it. So that way my wording is going to be right. Then instead of how we do this bottoms up and twisting, I'm going to bring this one across the front. Yeah, and pinch it. Make sure I got 5 inches again. I do. Oh, spot on, Carolynne. Oops. Bring this again across the front. This is the front of my bow. And I always know because this is my tail right here. And this one we're going to do 2 loops on. Because we did 2, 1, 2. You can make it 3 if you want to. You can do whatever you want. It's your creation. And our last one we'll bring right across here. It's across, but it's on top. A little bit long. And then I just pop it in here. And then you can fix it, straighten it out. There we go. My biggest thing is one of these, I don't like the ribbon to be curled up in here when it's in between the pegs. I like it to be down because then it will be like this as compared to crunched up, you know, like this. That's just my pet peeve. I'll go and make sure I got these at 5 inches. And if I don't, I can adjust them now. 5, 5. There we go. And then cut it. And so all my wording is facing up. Yay! How is everybody tonight? It was gorgeous weather today here. They said it was going to be cold. This is from Christina. This is the 1.5 inch. This was the 2.5 Northpole ribbon, I call it. This is a 1.5. Oops. That I got from her. Literally, earlier this year, I bought so much ribbon for her. Like I said, I have about 17 rolls there. I bought a lot of these big rolls because I was tired of buying the 10 inch, the 10 yards all the time. I like the 50 yards. Then when I know I'm really out, I'm out. All right, so this one here, because we did 2 on the bottom, we did 1 and 2. I'm only going to do 1 of this. This is a busy pattern, so I don't want it taken over so much, you know, from the ribbon itself, the one that's underneath. But I just think it's cool because it reminds me of the arrows. Well, hello, Tom Hutton. Welcome. I'm Carolynne from NonnasNuttykrafts, and we're taking over Christina's page today. So if it's your first time watching with me, I'm glad she invited you. You guys just tap anywhere on the page, 3 little white buttons, or the notification comes up. Just hit that and say, yeah, we want to get notifications too. But also shop in her website further up on the page underneath my name, which is Carolynne de Delisle. Can't even say my own name. I did put the name of her shop in there. So if you guys want to go shopping, go shop. Shop till you drop. Today's a shop till you drop day. All right. So we're only putting 1 of this because it is a busy ribbon. And I don't want it to too much overpower things. It's cold here. I'm drinking chocolate. Oh my God. It was, this morning it started a little chilly with the little wind, and I took my workout group. Now that I'm able to get back to things, oops, I bent that one, because I'm not sitting in the house like I was with the construction people. I do the outdoor workouts with them. So we did 2 weeks of like run and walk, kind of jog, and the amphitheater steps. That's a lot. And then today we did actually, you know, kind of like a boot camp thing. We had 4 stations. Each station had 4 things to do, so many of what. And then at the end we did a little ninja warrior. I had a little obstacle course for them set up, and it was just fun stuff. I really like this ribbon. My first time actually using it. I have it sitting here. You know how that goes. All right, so we're just gonna make the bow a little bit smaller. You can measure it. I sometimes use my finger to measure it, or I just know from doing those for a little bit. But make them whatever size you want. You wanted to make it so that you can see the one underneath. So this one's gonna be 2 because we did 2, 1, 2, 1. Now we're gonna do this one 2. And, oh, come here, ribbon, come here, ribbon. So tomorrow, I've had my granddaughter every day this week except for today because her dad's off on Thursdays. But tomorrow I'm gonna picking her up because the Clydesdales are coming here on Fort Belvoir on the base. So I'm really excited. I told her we're gonna go see some horses, and she's like, oh. She goes, do they have baby horses? I said, I don't know. It's probably not going to have any babies with them. But so she goes, can we ride them? And I said, these are really big horses. So I don't think you can ride them, sweetie. But I think it will be fun for her. Yes, she did, Kay. Hey, Deborah Smith, how are you? All right, I'm finishing with the snowflake. Because if you could see back here, you can't see it. There is a white snowflake. There is actually one white snowflake on there. And I wanted to finish with the snowflake on top. And we're just going to put 1 loop on each side here and finish off. It's going to be a thick bow. Okay. And you know what I hate is like you get a ribbon and you really like it, and then you forget that you need to order more. That's what I like about Christina with the big rolls. All right, because she does have a lot of those. All right, I'm going to use a zip tie. You can use a pipe cleaner. You can use whatever you want. It is your choice. I know I had an extra pipe cleaner here. I thought I did. I'm using white pipe cleaners because that's what I used on there. However you feel comfortable on doing this to do it, it is your choice. You can pull it up a little, stick it through. Make sure that your zip tie has a little bumpy thing that you got to thread through is on the bottom or on how it goes. You could stick the pipe cleaner in the bottom of this beforehand if you want to. Your choice. I don't, because if I miss catching it, I pick it up later on, just before I make this all the way tight. And then we're just going to do this so it just holds it a little bit. You hear it kind of zip tie there. Take it between your fingers. It's like a rectangle, so to speak. You're going to just hold it, and we're going to take our zip tie and we're just going to move it around to the back. Come here, zip tie. Okay. Oops. I'll put that in 1 second. I'm going to make it just a little bit tighter. Now, before I make it really tight, I want to make sure my tails and my bows, everything is fine. Because once you pull that tight, it makes it really hard. So I pull all my tails down. Make sure they're all facing the way I want them to. My bows are okay. Flip them in the right direction, because sometimes when you pull that zip tie around, it gets kind of caught in the wrong way. Susie, you're back. And I'm not going to fluff this too much or anything like that because I'll do it once I get it all tied. Now what I do on the bottom here, I go ahead and I take the pipe cleaner and I can stick it in before. Again, I just push down on the ribbon and pull it through. And then when I get it, you know, halfway, that's not halfway. And I got my pipe clean, everything else, and then I go ahead and I pull down as tight as I can on that. And you're saying you're going to see the pipe cleaner there. How come? Well, that's where all the little balls and the Christmas ornaments and stuff come in play. You could do that. Or you can choose one of these color ribbons and we're going to put it across there. So I think I'm just going to choose this one. Because that blue, I just want to really bring out that blue that's in the sign. Now you can use a 2-inch piece of the ribbon and you can cut it like in half or, you know, and fold it. I take the ribbon like this, and what I do, because the wire's in there, you can leave the wire in. It's your choice. And of course I can't do that side. I just find the wire and I pull it out. That's why I have my pliers sitting here, because sometimes you can't get that wire with your fingernails. Oops, where are you? And I'll just pull it all the way out. I'm not going to use it. It is so thin. It's like a piece of thread. Now I got to find the other side. Where's my wire? It bends, so the wire's in there. Here it is. That's how thin that wire is. Oh my gosh. So what I do with this is I'll fold it in thirds. Just like that. And I liked it because I had the, like I said, the blue and the little snowflakes coming around. Put it across, tie it in the back. This also covers that zip tie back there, so you don't have to worry about that, you know, cutting anybody. And this is going to be bow number 1. And then I'll cut off the excess. I leave probably, oh, it's about 1 inch. Give or take. And there is one messy looking bow right now, right? So it covers the front there. Now I also like to, once I put this on, I like to fluff it better because I do it now, and you know how you always mess it up when you start putting it on because it never goes on the way you want it to go. Oh, so there's that. Don't know. Our poor little Sophie went to Rainbow Dog Heaven. My daughter's 13. She would have been 14 in December. Little Yorkie passed away. On Monday they had to put her to sleep. One trait with Yorkies is that they have esophagus and it collapses. And she's had that, you know, something all her life. And as we've noticed even the past year, she gets too excited. She just starts hacking and hacking because she gets, you know, like this. And she was having problems breathing over the weekend. On Saturday, she took her in. And she was dependent on oxygen. Every time they took her out of the oxygen little incubator thing, she was having a hard time breathing. She got a second and third opinion. And there was no hope to bring her back. So what is in the window behind you on my left shoulder? This is a Welcome Friend plaque. And what I did, I put a little bow on it, just something cute. Somebody may want to hang it up. Has, you know, apples on it. I put it back here because I hate storing plaques because I hang all my wreaths. They're all in bags and they all hang. The plaques sometimes are a little bit harder to hang because they're smaller. It's not harder, it's just smaller. So I try to hang them in places. You guys see the other stand behind here? You'll see I have them hanging in my dining room. Because now my dining room is where my living room is. Because I took over my dining room. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. That came out better than I thought. No. See, look how far behind all those comments are. Thank you, Jenny. Hey, Regina. So let's put this one on, and then we can judge what we want to do in the other. Now, in this particular backing here. Now, what I did with the sign, by the way, is I went ahead. This had the rope, jute rope that was here. I took it off because I was putting it on the sign. I used that 6,000 glue, and I also ran staples. Can't even see the staples because I ran them this way on it to just give it a little extra oomph on it. So let's put our bow in. Let me find my center of this. I don't want to put it up where those two little holes are up there because the sign is here and it's going to look like this. Look kind of funky. So let's find our rail. So where's the middle? So we're going to take these babies. Now you can cut these, you can fold them down, do whatever you want. It is your choice. I know I'm not going to put anything in these middle ones. So I'm going to take it and just cut it down a little bit and then fold it back. I don't want to fold this. I don't want to cut that one yet. Cut this one. Because this one's going to be right underneath the bow. And again, we'll fold it back. Hi, Jackie. Oh, thanks, Pam. Thanks, Jackie. All right, turn it towards me so I can thread this baby through. Now remember, the rails are going this way, so you can't put your, like we normally would, your things this way. They got to go this way. In the middle of my sign. May have to adjust the bow a little here or there. We'll figure it out. There's one. So I'm using the center rail to attach the bow. Oh, my bow's cockeyed there. Oh, I lost the pipe cleaner. So let me just twist tie this just a little bit so I don't lose them. And that's kind of where we are. Let's fluff this baby out. So we're going to see if we want to put tails on the side or if we want to put bow. And don't worry about the ends of the ribbon down here. I would do that at the end. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for the love. Always love. Like I said, share the page, hit anywhere. If you're first time watching, hit anywhere on the page and that little notification comes up. Hit that so you can get notifications when I go live. As well, oops, you can share. If it has a little bell on there, it says following with the little bell, make sure that bell doesn't have that slash through it. Okay, so now let's tighten it. Just love the red and blue together for Christmas. Also love the turquoise and orange together for fall. Yeah, I see. I haven't done the turquoise with orange for the fall. I haven't done that. I know that's supposed to be like the big color this year, bringing in like the blues and I can never say that word. Turquoise. My ruffles called out to me. I was like, where's my ruffle? All right. So now I decide, I'm going to let you guys decide. Should we do tail, just like a tail on each side, or should we do a bow on each side. Dun, 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 your decision. Just make sure I got all the, okay, I did. I hate to miss people's comments, so I always say ask it twice, if not more, just in case. So you guys tell me, what should we do? Should we add just smaller bows here? I'm thinking smaller bows. Bows. Gotcha, Pearl. That's what I was thinking from the beginning. Just 2 smaller bows on the side instead of tails. Something different. All the other ones I think I did that I showed you guys earlier, I think all have tails on them. I'm just cutting the 2 that were under, the other one that was underneath. And then I'll cut these tails at the end once I get these other bows in. So let's put this baby back here. That's kind of cool. Now, magic. I get to make 2 bows at one time. Watch. Because I have 2 of these. Dun, dun, dun. Small balls, got it. I'm 120 right now. Oh, good for you, Regina. Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, that's why we always ask, you know, you guys like and follow our pages, because it's always nice to have friends. Now, these are going to be smaller bows, I'm thinking. And I think I'm going to make these like Lisa bows. So, let's still make that at 7. Oh my gosh. Thank God it's on here. It was going the wrong way. Because I'd be having ribbon all over the place. Where did you get your wood stand at? Wood stand. This wood stand that the rail is on? Is that what you're asking, Tom? That came from Linda Hobby. She makes the wreath stand. She has a newer one out where this part here is cut out so you can reach behind, like if you're doing, you know, putting on a bow or whatever. So she has a different model. Hey, Gwen. Yeah, Linda Hobby. I always keep her card in here. They have all kinds of cards in here. Oh, where did I put it? But you can look her up. I believe she sells them on Etsy, I think. So let's try. We did that one at 6 inches. Let's see what 5 inches is going to look like. If this is going to be too big or not. And if you don't know and you're not sure, you can always take it out and you can do it. I think 5 inches is going to be too big. I'm looking to see which one I want to take out because it's going to be too much ribbon in there. So I think I'm going to take this one out. No problem. Gwen's waving. Hi, Gwen. Hello, hello. So, all right, so let's make our Lisa bow. So we're going to make this 4 inches, which is going to be basically 8 inches. So this is going to be smaller. I really like 5 inches. Let's see. I won't cut it. We'll see if we like it, if we want it bigger. Hi, Jackie. Oh, Jackie's saying hi to Gwen. Whoops. I always miss that. So a Lisa bow is made with 2 arms, a head, and 2 feet, as I say. So you have what would be 2 arms up here. Here's the head, and here's the 2 feet down here. Okay. Well, hello, Peggy. Where you been, my girl? Haven't seen you in a while. So let's see if we like that size. Oh, I think that's going to work, y'all. Yuppers, it will. So there's one. The reason why I do it right away, because sometimes, you know, you go, well, did I do that 4 inches or 3 inches? So this way I can make 2 bows at once of the same. And that way I don't have to say, oh, or write it down, for that matter. What happens when you get older? So, this Sunday, 2 things are happening. One, I will be at the Army 10-miler race. I will not be running since I had my knee surgery. But I will be volunteering at mile marker number 4, handing out water and cheering the runners on. The other, and I've done this, well, I didn't do it. Did I do it last year? No, I didn't do it last year. No, I think. I don't know why I didn't do it last year. And the year before I couldn't do it because I had knee surgery, so I was out. But the year before that I did. And we were at mile marker number 8. That was a long wait. So it's up at the Pentagon, and they start the race there, and they go around DC and over the bridges and stuff. And it starts, I think it's at 6 a.m. in the morning. So I have to get up at 4 a.m. I have to meet the people I'm going with, so we can get there and park and get to our station and all. The second thing, what we're going to do live, or I'll do a recorded, because when you're there by the Pentagon, you can't have a lot of phones and stuff, is my dad turns 99, y'all. 99. Could you imagine living a whole century? Now this one I'm flipping because I want the 2 arms and the head on this side this time. All right, so that's what it looks like. 2 hands, head, and legs. So now I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to reverse it. Hope you feel better soon. Ouch. Oh, Jackie. God, I got to read this. What did I miss? Jackie, you're not feeling well? I missed something. Let's see what happens. Okay, now because of this bow, I don't really have to worry about it going up and down and right and wrong, the lettering, but I still have to make sure that the lettering is, I can't do this twisting because it's just weird. Does that make sense? It will still kind of be upside down, although with this bow, because you're doing like I call it the star, to me it doesn't matter, but I still want to do it correct. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's my own language, y'all. Just go with the flow. Oops. This ribbon doesn't want to turn. I know. Isn't that cool, Jackie? Peggy got bit by a pig. You got bit by a pig? Good God. Do you have pigs? Holy moly. I hope it wasn't too bad. I mean, if you're talking a big sow, golly, I mean, they can be big pigs. Good gracious, girl. An escape pig. Oh my gosh. So is it like, what do you call the wild pigs that are living down there in Florida and God knows where else? Is that what it is? Or was it somebody's like domestic pigs, so to speak? You have to do tell. Can't leave me hanging there, Miss Peggy. Alright, so there's one. Hey, you gotta tell me. Potbelly. Oh, gotcha. I see it now. Good gracious, girl. Is it... Why did it bite you? Were you trying to catch it? Help them catch it? Oh my gosh. This is going to be a pig saga night. Pig saga. Like I said, this ribbon, the sign, and this red and white stripe ribbon came from Christina. She was hungry. She was hungry and decided to eat you instead. Thanks, Polly. Oh my gosh. Did they not feed the pig? I mean, potbelly pig, well, any pig, I guess you can say. They just like to forage and eat everything and anything in sight if they can get their little mouth on it. All right, so let's get this one in there. Here we go. Cut my tails off. Done. Well, did you have to get stitches and all? Oh, good gosh. I can imagine. I used to ride horses, and I used to show and stuff, and you always get, you know, the horse that wants to come up and nibble on your shoulder kind of thing, and you're like, hello, I'm not food, you know. And I remember my dad didn't ride horses. And one of the horses where we were came up and just took a bite, and he jumped, and it was like, of course it made us, I was a little kid at the time, made us all scared. I was like, oh good God. All right, so now I'm flipping it. So I have my hands here, hands are over here. Now I'm coming back to the side to do my little hands again. And I'm just going a little bit smaller than what it was, the bow was. That's all I'm doing. It's not really rocket science. You can sit here and measure, but on the Lisa bows I don't. I just, as long as they come out the same length or sizes, then I'm good. I'm good. And this is why I like to do them together, because if I do one and then you come back, like you're measuring back and forth, measuring back and forth. So this way I have two of these. Now you can do this with a bow dabber too, if you have, which I do. I have a bow dabber back here. So you could do with that. It's a lot funny. They are known to be pretty vicious pigs. Oh good gosh. Well, we know one animal I'm not getting. I love my dog. I'll keep my dog. There we go. Like that one tail, that one's off just a little bit. There we go. We have had, now as a kid growing up, my mom, there's a gnat flying around, was allergic to cats and dogs. So we tried a bunny. That's how we found out. Tried a cat, kitten, no, didn't work. Tried a puppy, didn't work. So we had ducks, Heckle and Jekyll. If you guys remember, there was a TV show back then, telling my age. And we had an alligator that my dad sent up from Florida. A baby alligator. It was just a little thing. That thing in the bathtub, make a room. And then we kind of gave him to, it's a museum, not a museum, but they raise, you know, the babies, and they try to put them back in the wildlife, you know, kind of thing. And so we gave them, that was Wally the alligator. And we had fish and turtles. But the biggest thing I had gotten into was birds, because my mom was allergic. So I had parakeets. And I had a blue one first, you know, the blue color. And then I liked the color yellow. So Sunny, the bird, was the one. And he lived, I believe it was 8 years, which usually parakeets don't live that long. But he lived, I'm from New York, so I got him when I was in high school, so he lived all through my college years. And then my parents took him down with them through to the Bahamas on the boat because they moved to Florida. So he went down to the Bahamas, been down there, came back to Florida. Eventually, I got married, and so he came and lived with me. And it was just like one night, I heard this crash on the thing, and I was like, oh, he falls off his perch when he sleeps sometimes, so I didn't think anything of it. Well, that was him passing away. So, but he used to come and sit on your shoulder. He'd eat spaghetti, mashed potatoes, and things with you. He was a good parakeet. She kept nudging my leg, and I kept telling her to go home, and she didn't like being ignored. Oh my gosh, Peggy. Missing my dog and not seeing him for 3 weeks. I'm parents sitting, Dad can't breathe. Wait, Jackie, miss my dog. Let me read it on here. Miss my dog, not have seen him for 3 weeks. I'm parents sitting, Dad can't breathe, so had to leave. Chef behind. Oh, Jackie. No stitches, but broke the skin. So I had to get it. Oh, God, Peggy. Oh, Jackie, that's so sad. We had a German Shepherd, and I may have, some of you that may have been on page, I may have told them the story in the past. Oh, look at that. They seamed the ribbon together. Good golly, I hate that. I didn't even mind if it was a spot where I can cut it off, but it wasn't. Man, you better stop doing that. And we had a German Shepherd. We lived here in Virginia, and these people across the street had a German Shepherd, and they were big body, big head, and everything. And they were moving. The wife didn't like the dog at all. She wouldn't let it in the house and everything. So Jake was his name. You know, if he got out or whatever, he always came across the street to our house, and we'd let him in the house. He was a good dog. And so when they were moving, they said, hey, do you want Jake? He was 4 years old then. And we said, absolutely, we'll take him. He was great with our kids. They had kids, so we knew that he'd be, you know, he was cool. And so, that all being said, we were leaving to go to Alaska. So my in-laws took him to New York. And when we got up to Alaska, you know, got into our place and all, we said, okay, you know, we want Jake. And my father-in-law said, I want to keep him. Like, so we said, okay. So we let him keep him. And Jake lived to, I think it was 10. And he was my father-in-law's buddy. You know, went with him everywhere and stuff like that. And it broke his heart, and that was the last dog he ever had. So Jake lived a good life. My father, wherever he went, he'd bring that dog out in my car. Jake had his own little spot in the back of the car, so to speak. Too big to sit in the front seat. He looked like a person in the front seat. It was huge. Hey, Doretta. Hey, Ann. Welcome, welcome. If it's your first time watching, go ahead, hit anywhere on the page. Those three little white dots are if they're still up there. There's some updates, and I don't know if they still appear, but go ahead. And if you hit on there, hit the notifications. You can get notifications when we go live. I took over Christina's page tonight because we are making, you guys can see behind me, the Northpole. And we're putting some bows on the side of it instead of tails. So we're making the 2 bows that will go on the side of the big bow. Now you're seeing all this overlays. I'll cut this all back. So the bow will actually be smaller than what you're seeing here. Where's my other tail? Okay, there it is. But I do that again once I finish it here. I will do that and cut it all back, because on this, my tape is, you know, the same color of it, because the idea is to see what is underneath. You want to see the bow underneath, that is. And again, I cut these a little bit longer because if I have to adjust the bow in any way, I have something to work with. Because if I cut it just right, you know, you get that one loop that's just a little bit longer or a little bit shorter. I want to have some backup plan. All right, so this is going to be the last part of this bow, and we finished off that one. Why is my ribbon all twisted here? Here we go. And then we can get these babies all put together. There we go. Last little loop-de-doo. So our dog right now, usually she comes around at least once when I'm on a live. She's a German Shepherd Lab, and she's Brindle. And she was upstairs with me before this, and laying on the bed, which she thinks is hers. There we go. Last one, yeah. It's so sad when people have animals but don't want them. Glad Jackie ended up with a good life. Jackie. Even though he lost him, I loved him. Yeah, well, we got to see Jake because over the years, you know, when we moved, we were only up in Alaska for like 3 years. So we would come back to New York and, you know, for the winter times, and he'd go sleigh riding with me and the kids and stuff. So it wasn't like we never saw Jake again. He was still a part of our lives, just as he was for my father-in-law's, in the sense of saying. And like I said, he was a good dog. You didn't have to put him on a leash or anything. He was just good. That's all I can say. He was a good boy. Alright, so I'm just going to use pipe cleaners on these. I'm not going to go ahead and do a zip tie. Put it in. And it's the same thing if you use a zip tie. Bring it around. Oops, get in there. And just twist tie it. Just tie it a couple of times. Again, before I do anything more, I want to make sure my tails are where I want them to be, facing up the right way. And your bows, not just your tails. And everybody's on the right side. Like I said, oops, see, like this guy's upside down. Why are you upside down? What's wrong with you? There we go. And then let the twist tie do it for you. Just pinch it and let it twist. So you're not sitting there like cranking on your hand. Okay? So let's put that one aside. Let's get this one tied up really quick. So I take my pipe cleaner and just put it in half. Is what I do. And yeah, that has to be out of the way. You know, it's like my bow can't be tied because that's in the way. And the same thing with this one. Once you get it tied off a little bit, you can kind of spread it out to make sure everything is where it wants to be. And we'll fluff this, don't worry about it. It looks like a mess right now, but we'll take care of that. And this is where I was talking about the little balls, or putting little bells hanging from here. We can do that to give the little jingle bells. Alright, so let's move these babies. I'll just stick them down here so I can roll over them a dozen times. Oops. Let me cut these up first. Now, I do have a fluff box. These aren't going to be long enough to cut. So you can actually... No, I can't do that one. Where's my... Alright, we'll put it on and I'll cut them. Look up my other thing. No, it's not over there. So just make sure you have it wound enough. Now on the back of this bow where I tied the ribbon, I will hot glue it. I do have it on, but I didn't want to do it right now because everything, when I flop it down like this, I didn't want to burn my fingers. So I will go ahead and take care of that afterwards, once I'm all done with this. So let's take these. We're just going to cut these off. Let me just tuck this in down there. And same here. Hi Mary, how are you? Thanks Barb for blessing. Whoops. I don't think I finished your comment, Jackie. I loved Alaska. If you guys could ever go on one of those cruises, whoops, or you have the opportunity to live there, guys, I'm telling you. You think, oh my God, the cold. Yeah, it gets cold, but you don't have the humidity like you do down, you know, south down here. We call it the lower 48 when you live up there. And you don't have the humidity. So when it's like 10 below, you're like with the light windbreaker jacket on. So it's not like you're all bundled up. I mean, you do have to wear snow pants eventually when it gets colder and everything. Let me just make sure I got all these guys cut back. And let's put this baby on. We'll get that baby on and we'll start trimming up our tails. Let's see. Trying to get it through the mesh. There we go. All right. So this one's all about bows, this one. Just tighten it just a little bit to hold it on. Now that I got it on, let me go ahead and just trim these tails. So you can dovetail these, you can put them on an angle. If you want these on the Lisa bow, I'm gonna dovetail these. And I make it just as long as the bow loop. That's as long as it goes. And that was a little wonky, that one. So let's fix that. There we go. And for me, I always like to start on the bottom and I do each color and then I go to the top, work my way to the top. You can do it however you want. And when I do these, I'll show you on this because it would be easy to see on the top. I'll pull them out and I call it like a star. And it's just like a star. So you have 5 pieces to it. And of course, when I cut these down, it won't look so wonky like this. So that way it spreads everything out kind of evenly. And that's how I like to do it. So I have 1, 2, where's my 3? 1, 2, 3. Oh, here it is. Shift these around just a little. All right. So now we'll do the blue or our main attraction one that says Northpole. Where's the other one? Right here. Right in front of me. There we go. So my wonky bow that looks like this is now taking more shape. And you'll be able to see it a little better. It's not going to look as big. What is sticking in me? Oops, almost cut it the wrong way. Here's the other one. So what, is anybody going away this weekend? Because it's Columbus Day. I know some people that I know are going away camping. Some people are going to their beach houses and stuff. I don't have that. I don't have a beach house or anything. Or is everybody just going to hang out and stay at home? Oh, so my dad's birthday's on Sunday. Then on the 15th, 2 days later, oh, so wow, is my husband's birthday. So it's funny how our family is, because October is we have a lot of things going on in October. My dad's birthday, my husband's birthday. Originally, when my in-laws were still alive, it was their anniversary. And my one nephew was born in this month. I was like, good God. Then in May, we get hit again with my sister-in-law. Well, let's see. My son's birthday, my sister-in-law, my father-in-law's birthday, my daughter's anniversary. And then, of course, you always had Mother's Day in there. So it was like, good Lord. Talk about going for broke. So, man, I always shop throughout the year. Because I don't want to wait till that 1 month and then try to buy all these gifts for everybody. Ooh, almost cut my finger. What nights are you on? Tom, I usually go on Sunday nights and usually Monday, but it all depends. I went on Sunday night this week, and because I was doing Christina, I knew I was doing Christina's thing tonight, hijacking her page. I didn't go on earlier this week. I will sometimes go on during the day as well, because there are people that are home during the days and they work at nights. So I try to sometimes mix it up so that everybody gets a chance to see me. All right, so there's one bow on there. And see how nice and small it is? So that it's not going to take away from this one. This is the one I'm going to do last. We'll do this one last and cut and everything, but let's get this baby on. Oh, well, that's interesting. It almost looks like a piece of corn. Look at that. It was just in there. I'm going home this weekend. I've been in Louisiana since Sunday, dog and cat sitting for some of our sons and his family. Oh, cool, Kay. We're going to Door County. Oh, Wisconsin, and celebrate my birthday on Sunday. So, Mary, your birthday's the same day my dad's is. My dad turns 99. Happy birthday. All right, so let's get this baby in there. I can't believe that he was born in 1920. It's just... Now I'm looking at my ribbon. I just wanted to make sure that you could read this. Yeah. Because I was almost going to put this upside down. So I want to make sure you could still read the ribbon correctly. So that's another thing you may want to keep in mind on certain ribbons that you have wording on. Oh, no problem. Ooh, there we go. And let me just tie it a little bit back here so we can kind of get this cut, and we can go back and tighten them a little bit, but at least this way they are tight enough that we can cut our ribbon. I'm going to just poop you out of the way so I don't cut you. And let's spread everybody out. Let's start with our bottom. You're on the wrong side, little tail. There you go. All right. Oh, yeah, this year, because the construction guys are coming. Never a dull moment in our house. I'm sure I wasn't cutting any other ribbon there for a sec. Hold on, that was a wonky cut there. Felt wonky. Look at, cause see how I cut it, the edge there. So let's fix that right now. Now, does everybody have craft shows coming up? This is the time. This is the time. I have a bunch coming up. And I have like 3 weekends in a row. At the end of this month, I go like the last weekend, next weekend. Then it's like, thank God I have a break, you know, to recoup a couple weeks. Because Thanksgiving's one of those couple weeks. And then I do 2 more again. And then that will be it for the season for me. because by December, a lot of people have already, you know, first 2 weeks is okay, I guess. And then that will be it, because most people have their Christmas decorations and stuff already. So, but it's not to say you can't bring Valentine's Day stuff. Oops, wrong way. To your shows. Don't think of, you know, oh, I did cut it up backwards. When you go to shows, bring welcome wreaths. You know, just don't think of Christmas, because there are people that want to have, you know, give a gift to somebody, not necessarily just for Christmas or Hanukkah or something like that. They want to have something all year round. So keep that in mind, y'all. That's a little tip of the trade there. So I've been crafting a lot of Christmas stuff. I made a bunch of ornaments and stuff. So I think I'm pretty hopefully stacked in that, but they're easy to make. So if I have to make more, oh look, I didn't tie that good. I can, you know, just come home and sit and watch TV and stuff, or make them, or sit in here. But it's the wreaths, you want to make sure you have enough of those, because those are the most time consuming. If you're going to do something like this, which is easy to do, because these don't take, you know, they're not hard to do. They don't take as long as this, but we're on a live with chit-chatting away. There we go. But these are really easy to make. And like I said, Christina has the sign. She has I got the Northpole ribbon from her, and the red stripe ribbon from her. So, you know, check out her website, because she has some pretty things. There are a lot of people, you know. Oops. And I did post it earlier up in the comments. I did post the name of her Facebook page, so you can go on there, and then it will direct you to her, you know, website, so you can purchase and shop. But I love having everybody on my page here tonight. It's so much fun. We've met some new people on here. Yay! I like new people. I like my old people, and I like my new people. I love having people come watch. It's just fun. This will be available in my Etsy shop. I do have some things in my shop as well. So guys, go check it out. It's NonnasNuttykrafts on Etsy. So don't forget about that too. And I'll post pictures of this tomorrow and everything, because where I take my pictures, I can't right now because it won't be light enough for you. Look how cute. Alright, so let's fix this bow, because this bow needs some help now that we've thrown it all around everywhere. So I'm starting at the bottom. You could start at the top. You can do it however you want. And I'm just finding my loops and just kind of poofing them out a little bit. A lot of us pull it this way, and then you get that crease in there. So make sure when you do it that it's because you want it to be nice and fluffy. You don't want it to be tight like that. So just push down on it a little bit, so it, you know, gives a more fuller. And depending how you want the look too, it's up to you. Alright, so let's cut our tails down. Should I dovetail these? Yeah, I guess I'll dovetail these, since I dovetailed the other ones. I used to call it ducktailed. When I first started, I said, let's ducktail them. And I kept saying, why are they calling it ducktails? Duck doesn't have a tail like that. But it's dovetails. Somebody corrected me on my live way back. It was funny though. Oops. There we go. Thank you. Working on a buffalo plaid birthday for one of my daughter-in-laws. The pattern is only one side, so a little extra twisting. Yeah, I did one. I'll show you the buffalo one that I did. I did a gnome one. I did it Sunday, as a matter of fact, and he came out cute. He's all buffalo plaid, and you know, you could do the whole wreath in that, but I didn't want to do the whole wreath in the same color he was. Thanks, Lila. Is it Lila? Leela or Lila? So I'm going to hold this up so you guys can see. I don't have one of these overhead cams or anything like that. Sorry, guys. Maybe for Christmas. Somebody will be nice enough to buy me that. My kids always ask me what I want, and I give them a list. I give half this list, half that list. I have 3 kids. But this year, I think I'll just put it all out there saying, listen, y'all fight over and let each other know who got what. Because I want a Mevo. I do. So I can, you know, do some overhead, you know, things and everything. Because it is a pain, you know, when I have to move the camera back and forth. It's a pain for me, but it gives you guys a better view on things, needless to say. But it would be easier to do that. And there's no to say what size or how long you should make these. It's up to you how long you want to make your tails. If you want to leave them really long, leave them really long. It's up to you. I try to kind of measure them out so that they kind of look the same. So now what I do with these, now there's 2 things. You can just kind of roll them up. If I'm shipping, sometimes I will do this. And I'll just tell the customer I rolled them up, just take your finger and pull them out. And this just gives it a little bit more texture or depth to it. And then I'll pull them out. Now, I didn't do these long enough so you can kind of curl them out, like I call them banana curl. But you can do that as well. You know, because I'm doing this upside down and backwards too. This one came undone. Stick it up there. This is why a Mevo would be good, because you'd be right overhead. Right, I gotta turn around now. So I can do it a little faster than trying to reach across it. And also I'm gonna do that, and then I just pull them out. I just take them, just take my fingers and just pull them out. And you can do it with your hands like this and just do this, the same effect if you want to do it that way as well. You're on the wrong side. That's what was throwing me off. All right. So now we got to decide if we want to put like little bells in here. I think that would be kind of cute. Oops. So what do you guys think so far? Whoops. This is the way it's going to go. And I think, because in here, just put a little bell. We can either put 2 little bells in there. Or I have these, I don't want to put red because we ended on red. I could do white. I could put silver. Not that one. This one has my bells in it. And I'm thinking like a silver bell in the center. What do you guys think? See if it will stay so you can see. Whoops, hold on. I'll move the ribbon. Put the ribbon, hold it in there. What do you think? Can you see the little bell? Will you show the buffalo? Yes, 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 Kay. Do you guys like the little bell in there? Because I think of, you know, the Northpole with the reindeer, and I said on their harnesses and all, they have the bells. And just one little bell in that one. I don't have to put one in the middle here. Let me glue these on and I'll get the plaid. Now I'm doing silver ones because I gotta pull them out and make sure, because the gold looks similar, because I have silver in the ribbon. Make sure those are all sealed because I don't want to be picking them up. Stick them back here. getting my happy fingers. These I call my happy fingers. They're finger guards. You don't want to burn yourself. Hold on. Let me get my glue gun down here. I don't know why I did that. Why did I get a glue string? I didn't even use my glue yet. Okay. Oops. I think I might only need one, but alright, so all I'm going to do is just put some glue on the back of this. And we're going to stick it right in the middle. So make sure your ribbon is where you want it before you stick it, because once it's there, it ain't moving. Where did I get the other bell? Here it is. And stick this one. Now you can tie these on if you wanted to with either a piece of string, if you wanted them dangly or whatever. Hi Sally, how are you? Oops. Ooh, makes the bell hot. All right, glue string attached to me. So if your bow wasn't a Lisa bow, there was a terry bow or some other kind of bow, there's a glue string hanging from it. You might be able to put, or in the tails, I feel it, but I can't see it. So there's, and what I will do now, the one thing I haven't shown you yet is from behind. Let me tighten up these bows on the end. So I'm twist tying up. What are these? All right. And what I'll do is I'm gonna bend them back in. Oops, wrong way. And I will glue it. I want to make sure they're even though. I hate it when one's longer than the other. And I'll bend it back in, and I'll put a little dab of glue on it to kind of hold it back in there. And I'm just bending it over the rail. This is awkward trying to show you guys. All right, so let's put a little dab of glue on there to hold those in. The glue will not scrape the door. Ooh, but it burns your finger. Hot glue. And then this is the same thing with the bow in the middle. That glue is hot, y'all. Clip that. That one back in. Of course, probably be easy to do this before you put the bows on. Put a little glue in there to kind of keep it down in there. Now, the one thing that I'll do, because this up here is not, if they want to hang it on their door, needless to say, this little hole is not big enough. So I'll choose a ribbon from here, and I think I'll choose this, or maybe the snowflakes. And I just make, it's nothing big or fancy up the top. And it's just going to be like a loop, and I just kind of tie it in a knot. Now you can make it into a bow if you want to. You can do whatever you want. I just kind of do it across like this. I'll leave it big enough for how, you know, I think the door hanger will be. And I'll just tie it in a knot like this. That's all I do. You can, these I usually just cut at an angle. So when they hang it up, if they want that down there, if they want to put this up top to hang the door hanger, you know, that's up to them. And that's all that it is. So see, that's cute. So the sign with the rail, like I said, Christina sews the rails and all. You can attach it. And I showed earlier, those of you that just came on, go back and look at the video. You can save the video if you want and go back and look at the top of it. And I showed some of the other ones, the signs and all that I got from her. So let me put you here and I'll get the buffalo plaid one. So hold on. Let me unplug this so I don't burn myself. Thank you guys. Hey Patricia, how are you? Oh, thank you. Some of the ribbon came from Christina and some of it Hobby Lobby. Okay, so this is the one I did last night, or Sunday. They're asking about the buffalo plaid. So I'm going to sit him right here. So he's all in the buffalo plaid, and I didn't want to do everything in buffalo plaid because it would drown him out. So the jute, I did it in jute, and I had a buffalo plaid ruffles in there. I did the whole thing in, excuse me, let me reverse that. I did it in the buffalo plaid, the bottom, and then put the jute on top ruffles. So that way you still would have buffalo plaid in there. I did ribbons in buffalo plaid, and then I used the snowflake because he has a snowflake up here. And then, of course, I had the Let It Snow sign because it was the head, and you see his arms come across, and then his legs hanging down there. So that's what I did with him. Thank you guys. So he's available in my Etsy shop if anybody wants them. Go to NonnasNuttykrafts, craft with the K. As far as he goes, the one we did tonight, Christina Kuther, if I say it right, I'm a New Yorker, we say things weird. Creations, that's whose page I hacked tonight. I call it hack. Oh, thanks Sally, thanks Tom. Oops. I like them. You know, you do some wreaths, and you're like, you know, and you like, but then there are those ones like, oh, I want to keep it, I don't want to sell it. But then you're like, you can't have every wreath. He'll if he doesn't sell, you know, through Etsy, he's going definitely to my show. Hopefully, I'll sell him there. But he is available for anybody that wants them. Or you can have this guy tonight. I will go ahead and put a thing on for this one. I think, well, here, since we're teaching, what do you guys think we should charge for this one? I'll let you guys decide. And then you'll see it when I post it tomorrow. Oh, look, I left a tail. Let me move this guy. I just realized I didn't cut a tail on that one. You guys didn't tell me. There we go. So I'll let you guys choose. I'll let you guys think. Or, seriously, you don't have to offend me, okay? I don't take things, well, I do take things seriously, but you're not going to offend me. So don't feel like you can't. Thank you for all the hearts. It's weird up on my page. All these little lines are off on the side, and I don't know how to figure that out. I love regular burlap and everything. Does the Northpole wreath hang at an angle? Oops. Yes, I attached it, so this is how it would hang. So he does hang, the sign does hang on an angle. Not the whole thing, but I attached it that way because Northpole is that way. It's north. I live in Virginia. It's north of me. If I hung it like regular straight across, it would be like it's going east out into the ocean. So I did hang it up on the angle like that. And if somebody does want this in a bow, I can put a bow up here, a little, you know, I could put a bow and then a hanger with it if somebody wants it. 75? What did you say? I said, how much do you think I should charge for it? I figured, you know, we're talking, we're teaching. Not that I'm a pro. I never say I'm a pro. But, you know, people's opinion on it. Oh, hello, dear. So, you guys tell me. So, Regina says 75. That's pretty good. Because remember now, Etsy up their thing where we have to pay for shipping. So we got to keep that into account. So needless to say, we'll be over 35. And if I'm going to include shipping in it, so the thing is, you start looking at, if those of you it's your first time or don't know, it's usually the kind of the rule of thumb is you figure out how much you pay, and then you know, you can up it. 145. Wow, Patricia, I love you. Not that I don't love you, Regina. I don't know. We're going to have to see. Now, Mr. Gnome over there, I put him for 125. So he's 125 with free shipping. 125? I love you guys. I would love to put a wreath that much. And I would love to have somebody buy it. We'll have to see. You guys will have to see tomorrow. You're going to have to go onto my Etsy page and figure out what I put for him. Or her. Or it. Because it's not really a boy or a girl. But, so. I love you guys. You're too funny. Does anybody have any questions about anything? I like my little bells in there. I think that just... I don't think I want to put a bell here. I think this is just enough on the sides here. And see, by putting the ribbon on the side, just like you would a wreath, you know, when you do a wreath, you don't want everything on top of the wreath. You want something on the side. So this comes from the side. It goes to the top and to the side. So just keep that in mind when you're making it. It's not everything about being in the front and then nothing on the side. So keep that in mind. Hey, Carol, how are you? We're asking everybody what they think we should charge for this. We just made this today. Northpole wreath came from Christina Kuther. God, she's going to kill me. Because I owe it. Creations. I did post up earlier in the comments her Etsy page. She used to be called Christina's Creations and all. And now she changed it. So it's like, which is okay. Love watching you. Gotta run, sweet dreams. Oh, thanks, Mary. Come back again, please. All right, you guys. So we're going to stop here then. And I want to say thank you to Christina for letting me hijack her, her page tonight. He needs to be sold for one of the, if you are doing free shipping. You think I should up the price on him? Up in the price, I have no problem. I don't. We'll see. I don't know. It depends on your demographic area and who's buying too. I looked at my very first wreath. I think I used to have them maybe no more than like $45 plus shipping. And then, you know, just over time, it's like I went up to here, and people were buying. So, you know, I don't want to price things so high too that I'm going to be like stuck with, you know, 100 wreaths too. But shows are here. So we're going to pray at my shows. I can sell everything and be sold out. So you guys have a nice evening. If it's your first time watching, please share this. This is really nice of Christina to let me crash her page tonight. This came from her. The Northpole ribbon or special delivery ribbon came from her too. The rail. Well, the rail I had bought from her before, and I just put it with the sign. So she has some really cool things on there. Those of you that new, hit anywhere on the page, those 3 little white dots, a notification comes up. Make sure you hit so you can get notifications when I go live. And I love to have you guys. All right? So next time you see me, it's going to be Sunday at the Army 10 Miler. And wishing my dad a happy 99th birthday. Oh, thanks, Sally. You're so sweet. All right, so you guys take care.